Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. Today, inshallah ta'ala, I'm going to be talking to you about Gaza and specifically our work in Gaza. Now, there's some FAQs that need to be answered. There's so many people who have questions, and that is absolutely understandable, and furthermore, it's important. So, these are some of the questions that I'm going to be covering today. How is aid getting into Gaza? Is it effective? Should we still donate? And what should we look for when choosing a charity? And then I'm going to speak to you about some of the projects that we are doing. And inshallah, you're going to see some of the footage on screen so you can see some of the amazing work that we're doing inside Gaza, inshallah ta'ala. So, let's get straight into it. How is aid getting into Gaza? Now, my brothers and sisters, there's three main routes. The first one is aid is being sent via Egypt via the Rafah crossing. Now, the Egyptians, they are of course complicit in this siege. Many charities have warehouses in Cairo. They're sending the trucks, passing them over to the Egyptian military, who are then ensuring that they get into Gaza. Now, is all the aid entering? Is it effective? I'll speak about that on the next point, but this is one of the routes. The second route is from Jordan. Now, other charities are working with the Jordanian Red Crescent. They are packaging their aid in Jordan, sending it via aeroplanes and going straight to Rafah. This is the second route. And then the third route is Hawalat. This is basically money transfer, cryptocurrency, where we are sending finance directly to our brothers and sisters inside Gaza. Now, some people say, how can you do that? And inshallah, I will also explain that in the next point. So, are these routes effective? And what should we do? So, when it comes to Egypt, there's a big backlog, as you guys know, of trucks waiting at the Rafah border. And many people are promising that they're feeding half of Gaza. Of course, sadly, this is not true. But the reality is, it's a very difficult situation. And we should continue to support charities because, inshallah ta'ala, especially charities that we trust, because inshallah, eventually, we hope that the aid will get in. But simply not doing nothing, not donating, is also a major problem. So should we support the Egypt route? Yes, we should. That's one of the only possible solutions that we have. The second route, the Jordan route, is also another good route. There's political pressure that's applied. So if you have the right links, we are also using this route also. If you have the right links, you can apply pressure to get your aid in quicker. Is it the perfect solution? Once again, no, it's not. And then we have the third route of Hawalat. Now, Hawalat are very effective in the sense that we give our brothers and sisters in Gaza full control over what they basically want to use that finance for. Now, a lot of charities, they don't want to do this because of two reasons. One, it's very difficult for them to show a paper trail to show where that money's gone. And for that reason, they're fearful. One of the benefits is that we have is we work out of Turkey, so we can send cash directly inside, alhamdulillah, and we allow our teams to have freedom to do what they need to do with that. And inshallah, later on, I'm going to be explaining to you the unique projects we're doing because of that. The downfall, the pitfall though, is the fact that there are large percentages lost when you send money via Hawala. And the more the siege becomes tighter, the more those percentages go up and the less resources that are left inside Gaza. But of course, again, like I said, our goal is to try and support as much as we can. So we are working via all three routes currently. The next question, should we still donate? I've kind of covered this already. Of course, we should definitely still donate, especially to charities that we trust. And I'm going to speak about trust coming up. But my dear brothers and sisters, there's no perfect solution here. If we stop donating, it's in essence us losing hope. And we need to have hope that the situation is going to get better. We need to have hope that the people that are working in the charity sector, people who have been working on the ground previously, will be able to deliver that aid, inshallah ta'ala. So now, the important question, what should we look for when choosing a charity, especially when it comes to Gaza? For me, the main one is the first criterion, which is, were they working in Gaza pre-October the 7th? Now, there's so many charities, guys, who have started to jump on the bandwagon and are just rushing to work with anybody inside Gaza. You guys know personally myself, my journey began in Gaza. Our work that we've been doing in Gaza over the last 10, 12 years hasn't been openly publicized, but we've had people that we know there and our teams doing small efforts. Now we've stepped up our efforts because of the conflict and the crisis, and inshallah ta'ala, one of the things that we're focusing on is getting as much finance in as possible, inshallah ta'ala. The second thing that you should look for is good feedback. If your team, obviously you shouldn't pressure your charities for good feedback, but if your charity is established previously and they've been on the ground, then they will have the infrastructure, they'll have offices, they'll have teams that will be adequately be able to show the work that they're doing. And this is very, very important, my dear brothers and sisters. Some charities, they're not producing any feedback, and so you should be responsible and you should be asking them, guys, show us where some of our donations are going. Of course, at the same time, if it's a charity that you trust, give them time, my dear brothers and sisters. This is not an easy situation, and you need to have trust with your charities. So, what about our projects? Alhamdulillah, since this conflict has ramped up, should I say, we've been doing food parcels inside Gaza, mostly in the Rafah area, because it's very difficult to get aid into the north. Our main team is based in Rafah. We have several teams that are working inside Gaza right now that we are sending aid and delivering aid through. We are also doing iftar meals, which you can see in some of the videos here that you'll hopefully see coming up on the screen. And we also are doing unique projects. Now, I want to talk to you about two of the unique projects that we're doing, and it's very important that you guys visualize and understand this. Number one is our Quran project. Now, our team in Gaza specifically asked for Qurans. Sister Razan and her team said that when our homes were destroyed, many people didn't even have a mushaf, and it was the Quran that was giving them the comfort. One of the statements that one of our team made, which was so profound, they said that what is allowing us to take this hunger is the Quran. The Quran is what is keeping us going, and that's why we want you guys to buy us Qurans, mushafs, Husn al-Muslims, and all of these things. And that's one of the projects that we've worked on. You can see the reactions of some of the people after they received those Qurans, mashallah tabarakallah. And then the second unique project is the parties that we're doing in Gaza. And if you look at the parties that we're doing in Gaza right now, you'd think, are we crazy? Why are we doing parties in Gaza? It's a war zone. But my dear brothers and sisters, in the face of adversity, we must stay strong. This is something that psychologically destroys our enemies. When they see us and we are strong and we're not fazed, and our brothers and sisters in Gaza, they're singing nasheeds and they're showing high spirits, it's very destructive for the enemy. So inshallah ta'ala, we want to also make sure that we raise the spirits of our brothers and sisters inside. So you'll see that our team in Gaza works upon the same ethos. Some of the nasheeds that we sing here in Syria and you see in our parties, they are singing the exact same nasheeds in Gaza, putting a smile on children's faces. You can see some of these footballs and toys that are being handed out for the children. This is all a part of raising the spirits, guys, and that's some of the things that we're doing. Finally, trust. My dear brothers and sisters, if you're working with a charity and you're supporting Gaza, you need to have trust, and this is my disclaimer to you guys. Because of the constant changing situation in Gaza, we may need to change the way the funds are used. Please don't give us restricted funds. We need you to trust us that we can deliver your amana, and we need to trust our teams inside. SubhanAllah, I just got the news yesterday that one of our teams is now being evacuated to Egypt. So again, that changes things for us, that changes the dynamic. But I hope inshallah ta'ala this video clarified a lot of your misconceptions and FAQs. Jazakallah khairan, guys. Please keep us in your du'as and please keep supporting.